Good evening. Welcome to Chris Birkett's Flatten the Hump, episode 10. So we got to 10 already. That's quite something. So this week I've been doing various of my albums each week and just like showing the songs I've been writing over the years. So I want to play this week some stuff that's not been recorded. Some of it's been recorded in demo mode, but most of it's not been recorded. It's there's songs that I wrote when I was working in Hawaii. I was working on an album, one of the Buffy St. Marie albums. You may know the album. It's called Medicine Songs. We were recording it out there in Hawaii in 2017. And so in the evening, when I was after the studio, I didn't have anything to do. I had my portable studio system with me, my recorder. So I borrowed one of Buffy's old guitars. She lent it to me. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Sherry. You made it. It's great. And Fazia's here too. That's great. So thank you for joining us. I'm really happy. So these songs were written, the songs I'm doing tonight were all written in a hotel room in the evening after a session with Buffy. We were recording all day. I went back and got myself a bottle of wine and just chilled out a little bit. And I usually stayed up till about 3 a.m. writing songs. So I'm actually going to put them together on an album. And the album's going to be called Songs from the Kauai Hotel Room. So I'm going to try and do these songs for you tonight. I mean, I haven't played them on stage up till now. Maybe one or two I've done, but not seriously exploited at the moment. So they're going to be tested out tonight on these songs. I hope you're going to like it. And wish me luck, everybody. So this is the first one. This song was written when I was walking home back to my hotel, and I think I had day off. It was on Sunday, and I was kind of a little bit stoned. I had some very nice weed, and I was minding my own business, walking on. And these two obnoxious tourists came across the road to question me, and I was really scared, and I kind of tried to move out the way. I kind of veered sideways so I wouldn't. Sometimes when you're in a different frame of mind, you don't really want to talk to anybody. So I wasn't in that mood to talk. So I was, hi Mark. Mark Fitzpatrick is here. Mark Fitzpatrick is in the house. So this song was about that. Is that as soon as I got back to the hotel, I was like singing this thing in my head. I think that these people are really aggressive, and and I thought, well, we're all different type of people. Some people are aggressive, some people are possessive, some people just live in their heads, and So I wrote a song called "Way Too Long," and this is it. So this is a debut for "Way Too Long" on the airwaves from the future forthcoming album, "Songs from the Kauai Hotel Room." Here we go. And by the way, feel free to make any comments on the sound. The working class are aggressive, the middle class too possessive, the upper class in their heads for way too long. I realize that we're growing, but there's no real way of knowing. The journey will show us who we are. For way too long, the many serve the few. It's time that we started serving love. From now on, making war is through. It's time that we started making love. It's time that we were together, walk this path to forever. We can really go this far. No more higher or lower. The sun shines on every flower, lighting the way toward serve the few. It's time that we started serving love. From now on, making war is through. It's time that we started making love. What is... Here we go. Bridge, here we go. What is it that's in between us? We all ride on the same bus, calling us all back home again. Rich or poor, what's the difference? There's no need for a big fence, when both sides are the same. Solo. Too long, the many serve the few. It's time that we started serving love. From now on, making wars through. It's time that we started making love. It's time that we started making love. Way too long, yeah. Well, that's way too long. It's kind of one of the first things that came out in the songs from the Kauai hotel room. How's the sound? Anybody? Well, Mark Fitzpatrick said the guitar sounds good. That's great. I'm using my good old analog acoustic tonight. Perfect song for the times. Thank you, Sherry. Rick Edwards. Hi, Rick. Hi, back at ya. Taylor. Hi, Taylor. Any comments on the sound apart from that? Okay. Can't go wrong with a C414. That's right. That's what this mic is. By the way, this microphone is quite famous. It's been on many records. Sinead O'Connor sang in it. Steve Earle sang into it. Alison Moyet sang into it. Buffy Sainte-Marie. A lot of people are sang into this mic, so it has a kind of fairy dust kind of vibe to it. So on with the next song. I've got 10 songs to get through, so I'm going to keep going here. So the next song that came out of the Hotel Room series is called Now I See, and this song is just about seeing. Is not with the eyes, it's seeing. It means seeing, understanding something. Now it really means now I understand, and I understand now in my life that the universe is a university. We're actually climbing to the stars, and a lot of my songs are about that. So this is called Now I See. Here we go. All of the things you taught to me, I feel. All of the love you gave to me was so real. All of the moments I had to give, all of the times I had to live with someone else's point of view, yeah. Now I see. Now I see. No longer blinded by the turning wheel. Hey, all of the love I thought you could feel, all of the times I thought it was real. I'm so awake, alive at this time, living every moment as if it was mine. Hey, hey! You will be mine is driven by desire. Yeah, no one can tell you how to tame this fire. all of the loving I had to give. I learned to take, but how to give, and live with someone else's point of view. Now I see, now I see, long ago, oh, there we go. And life is an endless book of poetry, yeah, yeah. Hey, all of the love I thought I could feel, all of the times I thought it was real. I'm so awake, alive at this time, living every moment as if it were mine. Hey, as if it were mine. Don't need the world to fall in love with me. Searching for love can take eternity. Clutching at straws and reaching out, ain't that what life is all about? All that I need is right inside of me, yeah. Now I see, now I see, the universe is a university, yeah. Now I see, now I see, no longer blinded by the turning wheel. Now I see, now I see, life is an endless book of poetry. Now I see, now I see. So when I wrote that song in Hawaii, in the Kauai hotel room, I went out to the I went out to the beach. It was like 2 a.m. The beach was right across from where my room was, and I actually recorded the ocean, and it's so beautiful. It's like totally peaceful out there. There's no noise or anything. Just hear these beautiful waves coming in. So I did a recording with my iPhone, and I stuck that on the demo that Now I See demo right at the end. So when I'm doing this little pretty thing at the end here, it's got this really beautiful sound making you fall asleep. Yeah, so that's Now I See. That's one of our songs from the Kauai Hotel Room series. Hi, Willie Kung. Sounding great. Okay, that's good. I'm trying a new setup tonight. I'm always experimenting with the sound. Like most of us musicians, we're trying to get the best sound out of the system. So what I've got, I'm going to tell you, give you some little tips if you want to improve your sound. One is to get yourself an interface. I've got a Focusrite Scarlett here and a little mixer. Look, you can get a little Mackie mixer. Put the mixer into the interface, and then that interfaces with your program. I'm using Ecamm. It's a program you can get off the web. It's $12 a month, but it's worth it because it makes things a lot easier. And then I'm using a C451 here, AKG on the acoustic, and a C414 on the vocal. And that's how I'm getting this sound here. A little bit of reverb probably. I don't know whether you're hearing it. It's on the mixer, but if the sound's working, I'm going to keep going. So this is a song called Above the Clouds, which is written on the way to Hawaii. I wrote this song on the way to Hawaii, but I actually recorded it in the hotel room. I recorded the demo. And I got the idea for this song when I was sitting in an aeroplane. I had to land in LA on the way to Hawaii. And I looked out the window, and there's this beautiful blue vista, with this, looking down at the clouds, and it's just wonderful. And then the plane came down through the clouds, and there was a shitstorm happening. There was a massive thunderstorm below, and I just thought, isn't that interesting? It's kind of like us, where I equated the thunderstorm below and the clouds to our fears and doubts that we have, and I think that there's a light trying to shine. The sun's trying to get to us. The cosmic light of the universe is trying to get to us and make us feel great, which we should do. But we've got all these clouds in our heads of fears and doubts, which are kind of like. So I wrote this song called "Above the Clouds" because that's kind of what it reminded me of. So this is "Above the Clouds." Here we go. Enough talking. Walking on this side of the line, you can fail to see all of the crimes that we have made in our history, all of the loving that we gave will come back to us. All of the dreams that we have made will come true, because the sun is always shining above the clouds. I said the sun is always shining above the clouds. Why do we live in rainy days, every one of us, under the clouds that we have made, riding that same old bus? Dark is the day that sees the night deep inside our souls, never believing that we're right, giving up control, because the sun is always shining above the clouds. You know the sun is always shining above the clouds. Isn't it lovely to be the weatherman? Yeah. Isn't it lovely to be on the stand? Yeah. Talking to you and to me about rain or shine. Yeah. Standing here under my tree, all is fine. The sun is always shining above the clouds. You know the sun is always shining above the clouds. You know the sun is always shining above the clouds. You know the sun is always shining above the clouds. Isn't it lovely to be the weatherman? Isn't it lovely to be on the stand? Yeah. Look around and you will see beyond this plan. Yeah. It's only that you that controls, 'cause you're the weatherman. Yeah, the sun is, sing with me if you want, always shining above the clouds. You know the sun is always simple song but effective. So that was called Above the Clouds, and that was written in a Kauai hotel room while working with Buffy St. Marie on the Medicine Songs album. So all these songs came out of that with the help of a bottle of wine and a little bit of weed. It's amazing what you can do when you have spare time. I was up to 4, 6 in the morning sometimes. I was totally into recording. It's a good atmosphere in Hawaii. It's a good atmosphere for recording. It's not a great place to live because it can be really boring. There's nowhere to play. But there's a kind of energy on the island which is really worth experiencing. So here's another song that came out of that session. It's called In My World. Now this is a really funky song, but I'm going to do like an acoustic version of it because it's not. I don't have any technology with me here today. Normally I have my looper, but I'm not using it tonight. I'm going to do a loop-free session. So this is called In My World. Okay, there we go. I've got to remind myself how it goes. Giving it all and I'm still giving, taking it all and I'm still living. Will I ever know the reason? Looking around, the world's gone crazy. Thinking about it makes me hazy. Will I ever find out why? Breathing the air with satisfaction, taking the road with no reaction. I can rub above this plane, breaking the chains to find my freedom. Thrown away cause I don't need them. I believe I found the way in my world. It's a lucky day in my world, in my world. It's a lucky day in my world. Climbing the mountain with no rope, keeping the faith that almost broke. Now I think I know the reason. Turning my old life upside down, scraping my head across the ground. Now I think I know the way. Risking my life, but I'm still fine. Could have been killed so many times. I've given my life and all my seed. I'm alive, that's all I need. Now I think I know the game in my world. It's a lucky day in my world, in my world. It's a lucky day in my world, in my world. It's a lucky day in my world, in my world. It's a lucky day in my world. What would you do if I told you I found a far better way to clear your mind and console you? The sun will rise every day. I'll do that again because I messed it up. What would you do if I told you I found a far better way to clear your mind and console you? The sun will rise every day. Yeah. In my world, it's a lucky day in my world, in my world. my world. Well, need to practice that one, but I got it in the end. So that's called In My World, and it's written in the Kauai hotel room while I was working with Buffy St. Marie on a Medicine Songs album. So don't want to take the whole night, so I've got 10 songs to get through on this new batch of stuff. Just I wonder how you're all doing with the lockdown. Everybody, yo. Oh, let's have a look who's joined us. We've got Willie Kung, we've got Sherry Talon, Jeremy Ronson, Sherry Talon, R.D. Ricketts. Good evening, sir. And R.D. Ricketts. Okay. Life's Too Short to Get Bored, from Jeremy Ronson. I think that's pretty cool. It is. I think that's an answer to my telling you that Hawaii is a beautiful place, but there's no music there. So I found it particularly boring, but a lot of people really love it. It's a great place for a holiday. It's just I couldn't live there because it's way too quiet for me. But you're right. Life is too short to get bored. So we should actually enjoy every minute. You're absolutely right, Jeremy. I agree with you. So this is a song called Nomophobia. I don't know whether anybody knows what that means. Mophobia is a psychological illness which has arisen through the use of cell phones. It's actually a registered medical condition. It's called mophobia, and it's the fear of losing your phone. Has anybody ever lost their phone? or anybody's broken it or cracked the screen or whatever? I know some people who have. But so mophobia is like when you're paranoid about losing your phone, and we're so addicted to our phones. It's unbelievable. And I've written a few songs about this because I think it's quite interesting. One's called Tweets Me Right, which is out there on YouTube. But this is called Mophobia, and it's about this particular illness that we're suffering from in the current social atmosphere with cell phones. So here we go. So, gotta remind myself how it goes. Yeah. 3 long weeks I've been waiting, longing for you to come home, hoping and anticipating no more lonely nights on my own. Candlelight dinner for 2, I made my best meal for you, reaching for you across the table. I'm full of passion, I know you are too. Here it comes, that sound again, interrupting everything. Here it comes, that sound again, interrupting everything. So then I wait till it's done, collect myself and try again. We're not the same anymore. Something has changed, and that's for sure. Turn that magic switch to airplane mode, no one's home. You're with me, so don't take that call. Let's hang up before we fall. Telephone rings. Here it comes, that sound again, interrupting everything. Here it comes, that sound again, interrupting everything. Mophobia, mophobia, that's what it is. Nomophobia. That's what it is. Yeah, nomophobia. Nomophobia. That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, that's Nomophobia. Debut, never played before in public, so hope you liked it. I'm using my I have to write my lyrics out because I haven't played these songs, and they haven't been played since I sort of wrote them. So I'm having to look a bit at the words now and again. So this is a particularly sad song. This is for anybody that's stuck on their own and hasn't got any. I spent a long time out in Hawaii on my own, and I was just really lonely. Needed some loving, but. There's a lot of people who are in lonely situations, especially now with the lockdown. So I guess this song has probably popped out at the perfect time. It's called Solitude. So, it's another form of isolation. It can be a very spiritual experience, but it can also be a very degrading experience to be on your own. So I'm going to do this song now called Solitude for you.
Are lonely when you're not here with me. Comfort won't come easy when I cannot see. A celebration can take this place. I only needed to see your face, and there's my reason to leave this place of solitude. A celebration can take this place. I only needed to say I miss you, and I do. Call out your name out loud, hoping you'll hear my cry. You're always in my mind, an eternal part of me, of me. Celebration can take this place. I only needed to see your face, and there's my reason to leave this place of solitude. A celebration can take this place. I only wanted to say I miss you, and I do. Call on my fantasies, wishing they could be real. Every breath I take for you feeds me and heals me. Sleepless nights are part of this. Erotic dreams, oh yeah. A naked kiss reality, your guiding light, my sanity. A celebration can take this place. I only needed to see your face, and there's my reason to leave this place of solitude. A celebration can take this place. I only needed to say I miss you, and I do.
Well, I made that ending up on the spot, so that's called Solitude. For all those of you get stuck somewhere on your own and you haven't got your loved one with you, it's a hell of a thing. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, it's a good song. I just have to learn to play it properly. But anyway, I'm doing my best and it's working out. So this is a song which it wasn't born in Hawaii, but I actually got around to finishing it and working on it during the Kauai hotel room sessions. So it's going to go on the record, and there's actually a version of this on the web. It's a recorded version. It features the awesome Tristan Avakian on guitar. He came and did a fantastic solo on it. So check that one out when you get a chance. So it's called Prison Break, and it's all about. Prison Break is about the fact that we lock ourselves in a psychological prison in our lives with certain behaviours and certain things that we don't really. Most people, if you ask them to be honest, they don't really like themselves, which is a shame. There's conditioning that does that. But Prison Break is about the fact that there aren't any. No matter who you are and what kind of life you're living, there isn't. You're not actually in a prison. The prison is your own making. You can walk out of it at any time. And in fact, when I release this record, I'm going to put a guy in a suit, Armani suit, inside a jail, and right next to him, the door's wide open. He can just walk out, but he doesn't realise it. And it's kind of typical of the human condition where we actually are in the psychological prisons we put ourselves in. So that's I can't decide whether to play this with a pick or not. So it's got a really wicked brass line on the actual thing, but I'm just gonna. Okay, here we go. So I'll sing you the brass line. In your Armani suit, you're aesthetically pleasing. All the gold diggers wanna loosen your tie. In your co-part bedroom with your black mirror ceiling, does it show you how you feel inside? Deep down, there must be some qualities that you fail to see, but you can't find them. Dig down, look for your humanity. You are caught in a cage, it's a place you have chosen, but the door to your prison cell has always been open. Yeah. You got friends in Toronto, to the shores of Tasmania, and you are maxed out in a virtual way. If you were to fall over, would they all come and save you? Because that's not how real friendships are made. Rich boy, your background gave you everything, and it takes away what makes a person, yeah. Make friends with your own reality. You are in a rat race, but the milk can be broken. The door to your prison cell has always been open, yeah.
stairway or the floor of the kitchen, or even love silence if you're all alone. If you gave up your title and your family traditions, would you strike out or sink like a stone? Someday you're gonna be born equal, and humility will count for something. Yeah. Meanwhile, let's make a brand new symphony, because your true spirit can never be broken. The door to your prison cell has always been open. I like to look at life and have a laugh, because you're thinking too much, everything has been spoken. The door to your prison cell has always been open. Yeah, it's been open. Always been open. Always been open. They have always been open. Where would you love on the stairway to dance in the kitchen? Woo-hoo. Always been open. That was called Prison Break, and that's what we all need to do, you break out of that cell. So, moving right along, I won't talk too much, because, okay, this is a song called Take Me Higher. This also features Tristan back in. I did a demo of this when I came back to Toronto, and Tristan plays electric oud. He's out there he's not in Toronto at the moment, he's in Indiana. I saw him on Facebook Live the other night, and he's he's dealing with the Ku Klux Klan or something. There's some problem out there going on. I think there's a lot of racial stuff happening on the planet right now. It's a shame. If only we could realise we're all in the same boat. You know, we're all the same. It's just it would just solve so many problems. We all breathe the same air. We all got, we all have 100 trillion cells in our body, and we all eat food, and we have to love and live. And so, that's another subject. But anyway, this one's called "Take Me Higher," and it features the recorded version features Tristan Abakian on electric oud. So you have to imagine that. Okay, I'll do this without a pick, I think. Here we go. Kill more than the blues, take me higher. You can never lose, take me there. And the life you choose will be better, and the things you do echo glory. You become the number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. You become the number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. Take me higher. Take me higher. It's so hard here we go. So hard for you to love yourself, but until you do, there's no room for someone else. Try to listen to your beating heart. Every breath you take makes a fresh start. You've become your number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. You become the number one in your life. Live your dreams time. There's no right or wrong in your choices. Just do what you got to do. That's fine. You become the number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. You become a number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. Take me higher. Take me higher. It's not hard for you to love somebody, but it will never be true till you love you. Every step you take, a new story in this journey through your life. You become a number one in your life. Make your dreams under the sun. It's alright. You become the number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. Take me higher. Take me higher. Take me higher. Woo. That was called Take Me Higher. It's all about feeling good about yourself. Become the number one in your life, and then you'll learn to love everyone else too. It's really important that you like yourself first. You know, when you're in an airplane and they start giving you the gab about the oxygen dropping and the masks coming down from the top and all that stuff, right? Well, one thing they tell you to do is you've got to put on your own mask before you help another person. And the reason that is, if you don't, you probably pass out, lack of oxygen, so you won't be able to help the other person or yourself. So it's a kind of a symbolic thing of like, take care of number one, so that in order for you to be able to love, take care of other people. So that's what that song kind of is essentially saying. So anyway, this is a second to last song. This is called Make It Happen. It's a very positive song, and it's if you want to do anything in this world, you just got to go out there and do it, because we're always like hesitating and nervous and I'm not going to be able to do it. And, hi, David Moses. Nice song. It would be great to hear it with a full band. Yeah, I totally agree. I need a full band, please. I would really like to play some of these songs with a full band, and I hope one day I can. And hopefully when this lockdown's over, we can start thinking about that too. It'd be really cool. So this is called Make It Happen, and it's all about being really positive. You know, energy follows thought. So if you think positive, that's how placebo works. I've seen people like cure themselves because they think they're better, and it's amazing. Once you get that into that energy matrix, you can do anything. You can achieve miracles. So Make It Happen is kind of about that. So I hope you enjoy this song. So here we go. You wanna make the best of anything in this world. You don't need a revolution, domination of nations leading us to sell our souls. Well, you know that's no solution, 'cause you know you're part of creation. So stop asking for salvation. Make it happen. Make it happen. Go on, make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. Go on, make it happen. to be the best guitar player in the world?
I do.
Then why the hesitation? If you wanted to write the best poetry to be heard, don't need no invitation, for your destiny lies before you. You just have to walk the path. Make it happen. Make it happen. Go on, make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. I said go on, make it happen. If you wanted to really free yourselves from the bars you made, there's only one way that's right. For the time is right for weeding out the guilt and shame. Keeps you from the light. For the prison bars are not real. Only you can break the seal and make it happen. Make it happen. Go on, make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen, yeah. Go on, make it happen. Go on, make it happen. Go on, make it happen, yeah.
So, that one's for David Moses, who is an excellent songwriter I happen to be working with at the moment. And he's written some great songs, so you wait till you hear them. They're going to be coming out soon. I just love Average Man. I just Mindbender. I just love all the songs, David. You're awesome. So this is last song of the night, and hopefully I won't have to read the words because I have played this one on stage once or twice. It's called Closer to the Stars, and the reason it's called Closer to the Stars is because I think that's what we're doing. We're all evolving. We're evolving. We're on an experiential planet. We're all like here to experience stuff. It's wonderful, and the next step is the universe. So I'm so happy about that. So don't worry about the future, folks. It's all good. So this is Closer to the Stars. I'll do this in a different key. Okay. In the love affair between spirit and soul, there's a third lover who wants to control. Two is company, but three is a crowd. Don't let anything stand in between, 'cause your destiny waits to be seen. In our tower powers, we move money around. On clear sunny days, we can just see the ground. And try as you might, you might not find your way. So let it go, live for the day, 'cause you never know how you can play. All of us now
are a joy to behold as we learn to heal all the scars. Live by your dreams and not what you've been told, 'cause we're moving closer to the stars. So let's sober up and look with your hearts. And if you can't do this, then give others a start. Fear and ignorance are preventing your souls from making the long journey home. Well, they're making the long journey home. Solo. I'm making the long journey home. All of us now are a joy to behold, 'cause we're moving closer to the stars. Whew, it's super hot in here. So, by the way, folks, there's a hurricane coming over tonight. Apparently, hope not. But sometime like 2 a.m, there's going to be a massive storm. So get all your plants, put them in a safe place, because they're all going to get blown all over the place. And anything that's outside. So I heard that from the weather chap. So isn't it lovely to be the weatherman? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Isn't it lovely to be? So I played that earlier. So I hope you enjoyed the show. That's all brand new songs from a forthcoming album called Songs from the Kauai Hotel Room, written while I was working with the fabulous Buffy St. Marie on the island of Kauai. We were doing medicine songs. And in the evening I wrote all these songs. So they're all there tonight. So please tell your friends, do a watch party, share it. I really appreciate your support. I'm very, very happy to be doing these shows. I seem to have more people listening to my music than ever. So I'm really happy about that. From that perspective, lockdown has been good for me. But I hope it's been good for you. Hope you've been creative. And can't wait for the baby boom in 9 months and all the liver transplants. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So, so good night, folks. Sleep tight, and thanks for coming. I love you all.